I'm Elijah Rice.
And I'm Nathaniel Merrill, I guess.
This is our show. It's called Off Key. For those who are not familiar, I'm Elijah Rice.
Shouldn't be familiar because this is a new thing we're doing.
Basically, we're going to review music albums.
Yes. The problem is, we have very different tastes in music.
That is true.
So you're going to see the difference between him and my taste in music.
Now, the first album we're going to be doing is Flossophy, a new album by Brentalfloss. If you're not familiar, he is a comedian musician who does lyrics to video game music and writes his own compositions based around video games.
Yep.
So that's it.
That's our intro.
Why don't we jump right into the
That's our intro. Now we're going to show you his intro.
Oh! So we should start by speaking English. So we should start by saying that my relationship with Brentalfloss is that I am a big Brentalfloss fan. I am also a huge gamer.
My relationship with Brentalfloss is I've seen his videos before.
And you are also not that big of a gamer.
No.
So I'm coming at it from I'm a gamer and I am a fan of Brentalfloss.
And I'm coming at it from I've seen him before, I think he's funny, and I played video games once. I like him, I just don't have money to buy them, so.
You know they're free games, right?
And also my internet connection sucks.
Don't you own a Super Nintendo?
Yeah, but we
don't. You also own a Nintendo 64?
Shut your mouth, Shannon.
Don't you also have a Sega Genesis? Anyways.
Also, I'm really too lazy to actually get them out.
So, the first song on the album is called Intro. It's
inspiring.
The very original title.
Yes.
Brent. I gave it a 2 out of 5.
Reasons?
I thought that it was fine musically. I thought it was kind of clever with the ukulele and the kind of like, oh, it's a musical stage performance. And I think that more albums should be opened that way. It's like, oh, this is a performance. This is not like something to fill your time. My biggest problem with this track was that the jokes felt a little forced to me. Like, it didn't come off as natural. It felt like a struggling comedian to me. Like on stage where
I didn't really get that.
Where he's like he's bombed a little bit, so he's trying to catch up again.
I didn't get that feeling. I gave it a 3.5 because I'm more generous than you. Also because I thought it was funny, and it was just like that ending that he gave with like the Rockettes type style.
Yeah.
Thing. It felt, it's just such a cliche joke that it's funny.
See, I think it's a tired cliche, and I think and he should drop it.
I don't know. I thought it was funny. I liked it.
That's all that really matters at the end of the day.
And it's not like it was putting too much effort into the music.
That's true. It was a very simple tune.
Like, it's called Intro. He's not going to put too much effort into it.
I mean, for all we know, this is the song that took him the longest on the entire album.
Yeah, but if it's called Intro, he didn't really put too much work into it. It was just, yo, I'm making music. Listen.
So the next track on the album was Earthbound with lyrics, which I gave it 2 point nothing out of 5. So a 2 out of 5.
And your reasons?
I thought that musically it's fine, and I think the lyrics fit with it. I think he did a good job rhyming words. I think he did a good job.
He did a good job rhyming words, yes.
I think the lyrics fit the tune. My biggest problem with it doesn't feel like, I don't know, it feels a little kiddie to me. Like, it doesn't feel like this is like an album that's not an album. I feel like the song isn't meant to make me roll on the floor laughing, and maybe it's because I'm not that familiar with Earthbound, but and the part with the chickens, it was a little Jim Henson-y, which is fine. I love Jim Henson, but
only Jim Henson can do Jim Henson.
Right, and it's like I really like Brentalfloss, and this song doesn't feel like Brentalfloss to me. And my other problem with this song is I felt it went on a little too long. It goes on for 4 minutes. I think it should have been like a 2-minute song. And I understand that you want to fit as much about the game as possible into it, but I mean, at the end of the day, you don't have to put it all in.
Yeah. I gave it a 2.7.
Yes.
I gave it a 2.7 out of 5. Because the 0.7 was, yay, he did a good job rhyming words and such. But the 2 was because a lot of the jokes I feel you would have had to see visually. So if there was like a music video to go along with it, it's better suited for a music video than an album. But if you had watched the music video before and you like the music video, then it fits on an album. But as someone who has not seen the music video, I have no clue what's going on.
So, because you're unfamiliar with the game, you need a visual, and as there is no visual, you don't really get it.
Yes.
Not all of the jokes require a visual, though.
No.
Like, the joke about his dad being a phone is because his dad's always away. Oh, I just guess I just explained the joke to you.
I get a joke now. Wow, that's funny.
Okay, dumb. The next song is Super Mario Bros. The Musical, which I gave 3 out of 5.
Ooh.
Which I actually really enjoyed the song, but it's difficult when you only have a 5 for a rating scale because it's like 2 seems low.
It's uneven, so you have to be like,
you really have to think about what you're rating it to make sure it's an appropriate feel. And what I liked about this song is that I really liked the musical theme because I know Brent has tried to write lyrics to the Super Mario Bros. Theme before, and he said that he can't think of any good ones. So it makes sense that if you can't think of any good lyrics to
you wouldn't do it.
Right. So I think it's a good compromise to do it as a musical. I like the musical theme.
Yeah.
I think it would actually work on stage. I think it would work as a good stage performance. But with that being said, I don't think it really should be on an album. It could be a single, but I don't think it's like album space unless the entire album was a Super Mario Bros. Musical album.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? And I think it's a good song.
Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying, bro?
Know what I'm saying, bro? I gave it a 2. Not mostly, but a lot of it was because he's a comedy person.
He's a comedy.
He is a comedy. But I didn't get the joke. I was trying to figure out if there were jokes in the lyrics, if the jokes were the lyrics, and it has come to my attention that the joke was that it is a musical.
Well, the joke is that...
How long is the song?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Well,
the joke is that it is a musical, but the jokes are also in the words because he's making cheeky references to Mario.
Which I've played Mario before and I haven't noticed them, so either...
The fact that he goes to 8 different castles and Toad is in 7 of them.
Yeah.
And that it's not...
Mario is one of the few games that I've actually played and finished.
Oh, you finished it?
Yeah.
Well, it's full of Mario references.
Yeah. And I didn't notice them. And
maybe you really weren't paying that much of attention to it.
Well, the thing is, let's say it's 5 minutes. I don't know how long it is. It might be 3, it might be 5, but it is that long of a joke. The joke being that it is serious. Like, the jokes where
it's like,
I'm being serious and that's funny.
Right, it's like if this was a stage performance, this would be like...
Yeah, and that is good, but...
This would be like Mario, like, it would probably be near the end of the musical.
Yeah.
Like, where Mario is thinking about everything he's done and everything he has to do from now on. So he's like, everybody's telling me that I can do this. Everybody's saying that I should be able to do this. And let me just think upon this for a moment. So he's thinking of, like, everything he's seen.
Yeah.
It's a serious take on Mario as a joke.
Which I don't think works, because it wasn't... It didn't make me laugh.
That's fair.
Like, it's that long a joke, with the joke being that it's serious. The thing is, it only works when the thing that's being serious is already really, really goofy, and Mario's not really
Mario's pretty
It's
goofy.
goofy, but it's not goofy enough that if you make it serious, it's funny.
I see. So it's not like if SpongeBob was serious.
Yeah.
So because Mario's not goofy enough, it doesn't work as serious.
Yes.
Sure. Next up, the Team Fortress 2 song, which I believe Brent wrote the music to himself. This is a really good song. I gave it 4 out of 5. I really liked it. It's catchy, it's funny, and it fits the Team Fortress 2 spirit, the spirit of the game. It would fit in the game. If there was a theme song to Team Fortress 2, this should be it. My only minor complaint with this one is that he released this song on YouTube, and I actually like the YouTube version better. I like
What's different on the YouTube version?
The sound is a little bit thicker.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just the recording device he used to the difference between the two, but I actually like the YouTube version better, and that's why I didn't get a 5 out of 5 for me. Just because I felt like it was lacking something. I didn't feel like I got the full Team Fortress 2 song.
Yeah.
And that's the only problem with it. I have nothing wrong with the song. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's why I gave it 4.
Gave it 4 out of 5. Because I liked it. It was just a bunch of jokes and it was just a short time period. Like any longer.
Like your love life.
It was short, sweet, to the point. Anyway,
Like your love life.
it just got right to it. And any longer and it just would have dragged. So this worked. I like that it kept it short.
Good job, Brent.
Good job.
Brentalfloss. Next is Super Mario Land with lyrics, featuring Dave someone.
Yeah.
I'll add
Go
it.
Dave.
I'll add it below. I can't. I don't remember featuring Dave.
Dave.
He's British.
Yeah.
I gave this one also a 4 out of 5.
Why?
I suppose. Well, I liked it. It's catchy, mostly because it's Mario music.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, and I liked the chemistry between Brent and Dave. I felt like it was a good tit-tat song. The reason it didn't get 5 out of 5 was because it's kind of pointless.
Aren't all the songs pointless?
Because it's like, why did Brent call him if he was just going to talk about a game he hates? And see, the reason is, I feel like Brent doesn't actually feel about this.
If I called you and said, what about that great E.T. Atari game?
You only said that because you know it sucks.
Yes, that is the only reason, but that's the first one that came to my head. Name another really bad game that you hate.
The game that I hate?
Okay, so, like, if I called you and said, hey, what about that insert game you really hate, wouldn't you want to go on and talk about it?
That's true. It's like if you were to ask me how I felt about the Dark Knight trilogy.
Which I've done before.
I hate it.
I think it's okay. It's not.
So anyway, I feel like it was kind of like, why is Brent calling him? Also, I don't really feel like Brent actually feels this way about Super Mario Land. I feel like it was just,
He just needed a character.
like it was a correspondent, and I don't know, it just felt a little bit
I think he just needed...
insincere to me. It didn't feel like, I don't know, it just came off as a little bit standoffish.
I think he needed a character. It was like, well, I might as well do that. I gave it a 3.9 because this song is catchy as heck. Let me play that. It's a swing. Swing.
Yeah, but that's not because Brent, that's because the guy who wrote it originally.
I know, but like you can have one
That
that
thought. I need to put a camera in.
I just think this game has earned a place on the shelf with the good Mario games, which is all of them, except Sunshine, obviously.
Are you kidding? Sunshine's like the best one. What?
You're a Wazzock.
What?
You're a Pillock.
Come again?
You're a Git.
Say what now?
Oh, you're a son of a taint.
Now you're talking.
key change, Mofo.
You got it. Here we go.
You can have one song, play it two different ways, and have two completely different feelings out of it. Of course, it's going to feel different during the video game, but he made it feel different during this. And I like the way he made it feel. He made it feel swingy.
Okay.
It brought Mario.
But what about when Dave says Mario?
Yeah, that's why I didn't give it a 4. That one point, because he said Mario. It's Mario.
Game launch rock. Basically, it's talking about how you don't buy a console at launch, and if you listen to the lyrics, you can hear that. Basically, he's saying that it's dumb to buy a console right off, and he's making fun of the dumb consumers who don't know that.
Sorry if you are a dumb consumer, but
We're all
You
smarter
don't
than
know
you
that.
because we know that. And it was basically a big dig at the game companies and dumb consumers. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
as did I.
We both agreed on this. So basically, this song featured Dodger, who I know because I love her. Dodger, will you date me, please?
Will you
Will you date me, please, Dodger?
let him have your babies?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but will you send me an email? My email is bigstud at Hotmail.
I give it a 3 out of 5 because he has a point. Don't buy a console at launch.
Because it says in the song that it will get a price cut and more games will come out.
Side note, game companies, make your consoles better at launch.
Yeah, seriously though.
Really?
Guys. Also,
Step it up.
make it cheaper. Otherwise, I'm just
Make
gonna...
it free to us for giving you these helpful hints.
Well, that's what Steam is for. It's Ken's theme, and I really like this one. I gave it 5 out of 5 because I liked it a lot. I really liked the mixing of the music. I thought it was rockin'. The song basically is expressing Ken's frustrations in life, his sexual frustrations, as well as his friendship frustrations. But he hates E-Honda because he's fat. That's kind of neat. I thought Brent did a good job with it because it's like in Street Fighter everybody thinks of Ryu or Ryu. I'm pretty sure it's Ryu. I think it's Ryu.
I always say it right.
Everybody says Ryu, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Ryu. Anyway, everybody is always like, oh, it's Ryu, it's Ryu, that dude, the guy in the white.
Rabbit trails, back to this.
Nobody cares about Ken. Ken kind of gets a back seat to him. So he's like, well, what's up with this? How come he gets the attention? We're basically the same character. They are the same character. They have the same moves. And he's saying like, why does this Guile theme get more recognition than my theme? My theme rocks.
It's because Ryu has a cool name. It's like Ken Ryu. This one has R-Y-U. This one has K-E-N. Ken's a Barbie though. Ryu's a fight.
I'm not gonna lie, I always play as Ryu. I don't play as Ken. But I liked the song.
A 3 out of 5. Because I have no strong feelings one way or the other. Wasn't good, it wasn't bad. Wasn't that bad, wasn't that good.
Cave Story with lyrics.
Yeah!
I give the song a 3 out of 5. I have a few things to say about this song. I do enjoy the song. I think it's funny. I think it's good. And I've never actually played Cave Story, but I think I have a good feel for it now. Maybe I'll check out Cave Story eventually someday, but I'm doing other stuff right now. Like emailing Dodger every day. So I really liked this song. My problem with it being on the album is though that Brent, you released this as a single already. And you didn't change it whatsoever for the album release. Which is fine, because it was album quality when you released it. But, since it was already that, I feel like it should have been a different song. And I know I know that's asking a lot, being like, oh, I want you to fill it with new songs. And you're like, well, I'll just fill it with this song that I already did. And I'm not saying you were being lazy, because you really worked hard on this one, and I think you did a great job. But I just feel like could have been better.
I gave it a 4 out of 5 because it's just so much fun.
It's fun.
It is fun. It's just poppy and boppy and fun. Fun.
Mario Paint. I've never personally played this game.
I tried to play this game, but I learned very quickly that you have to have a special controller to play it.
Which he didn't have.
I did not.
This song is not one of my favorite Brentalfloss songs. That's why I gave it a 2. It just didn't really speak to me. And maybe it's because I didn't play Mario Paint, or maybe just because I think it's kind of like...
Well, I have played, like, that You Draw stuff, like, on PlayStation 4. So
that sucks.
So that's what I imagined.
Except
Mario Paint.
16-bit.
Yes.
Well, in Mario Paint, you can make music, too.
So, Mario Paint was cooler.
Yes. And that came out several years before. I'm going to put the exact dates down here.
Yeah. Look at that date. Look at it. Right there. You gave it a 2
I gave it a 2 out of 5.
I gave it a 3 out of 5 because I like the music. I know he didn't write this music originally, but I like that, like, I don't know how to describe it, like an artsy feel. The first thing that comes to my mind when I hear this type of music is artsy because...
Yeah, it does have that kind of artsy
Because,
feel.
like, I think Sims ripped off Mario Paint music, and I always liked the Sims stuff, so it stands, the Sims music, so it stands to reason.
Like The Sims, the computer game, or like...
Sims, the computer game. Like if you go to the menu and you're like, I'm going to choose furniture now, it comes up like this artsy music. Shh.
I'm playing the Sims song now. Now we're playing Mario Paint. You decide. Now we're back to Reynolds.
Yeah.
What?
We're back to Brentalfloss? Wow.
Back to Brentalfloss.
Giving without No. I just liked it. I liked it.
So the Game Over Tinies, or Teenies, whatever it is, or the alphabet of Game Overness, I gave 4 out of 5 because I thoroughly enjoyed this. I enjoyed picking up on all the references that he made. I enjoyed the music. I thought it was great, and I really liked the composition of...
Compensation?
I was going to say, yeah. I really liked the composition of the whole thing. And I really feel like if it was a musical, like, I think a lot of Brentalfloss music would work on stage, and I think that's mostly because he's trained for that department.
This feels like something you could, like, slow dance to.
Yeah, I feel like it's something like the main villain of a musical would sing.
Yeah.
Like maybe seducing the female character in a dancing scene, or maybe just singing to it by himself.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's
Like a Disney character.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. I actually really like this song.
Yeah.
That's why I gave it 4.
I gave it 2.5 because I didn't get any of the jokes.
And that's your fault, really, because you're not a gamer.
Well, I didn't know that he would, like, if it was explained to me beforehand that the joke was each of the characters and their game over, how they died, then I would have gotten the joke. But I
it's
didn't
called
know that.
The Game Over.
If I had paid attention, maybe, then I would have known that, but I didn't.
So now that you know that, what would you re-rate it?
3.
Oh, moving up a whole 0.5.
It's better than 2.5.
That's true. By 5.
Yes. Now that I get the jokes.
Next! The Chocobo song with lyrics. I gave 4 out of 5. Because I really like this song. I've actually always liked drinking songs with a fast beat. I don't know why, even when I was a little kid. I like them. I don't know, they just make me feel happy. And it's about a big bird.
I love how you're like defending yourself. Like no one said anything. I don't know why, they just make me happy. Stop grilling me! Moving on.
I really like it. That's it. I mean, it's about a bird from Final Fantasy. And I don't play Final Fantasy.
Nor do I.
But it's just a big bird and it's lovable. And it's funny that
all
there's
big
a
birds are lovable.
It's funny that there's an Irish drinking song about it. So that's why I gave it 4 out of 5.
I gave it a 3 out of 5 because it is just fun. It's fun to just sit there and dance to.
The next song is Zidane to Vivi. which I have no idea who these characters are. I have no idea what game they're from. I would assume it's Final Fantasy. And I'm not even going to bother
Looking that up
Googling
now.
that.
I will.
Google it? Okay.
I am Googling it. You just keep talking. Hold on a second.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
I was right. They're from Final Fantasy.
4.
They got you down in a real dark.
I hate this song. I'm sorry, Brent. I hate this song. I gave it a 1 out of 5. I don't know why. I don't like the music. I don't like the lyrics. Sorry, Brent. I love you, but I hate this song.
Okay. I know I'm gonna get crap for saying, like, earlier I said, oh, it's a comedy album for the Mario musical, and it just didn't fit, like he wasn't funny. And like I didn't find that song was funny enough for that to be a joke.
Yep.
And I know that this wasn't meant to be a joke. I just really like. I give it a 4 out of 5 because I just really like it.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know if it's something about the music that just like irks me, or if it's just because it's a love song and I hate love.
I love songs.
A love song. I feel like it's a corny love song. I feel like it's a dude singing to a girl, and the girl's down, and the guy has like.
Would you sing it to Dodger?
But all that worrying, pal, when's it gonna be enough?
Case closed.
Call me Dodger. 1-800. It's just only okay. In fact, it's worse than okay. It's
I like it a lot. You know how you like go to an album and you just skip to that one song?
Go with the flow.
Or 5 songs. Thinking about it, there are like a few songs that I would skip to on this album. This is one of the songs I would skip to.
You know how like on an album there's like 1 or 2 skip songs? Yeah, this is mine. I skipped this song.
It isn't worth your while. We all die someday.
I feel like if like Brentalfloss is watching this, he's crying now because I'm being so mean to him.
It's okay, I will.
I tried so hard.
It's what you're living in.
That's my Brentalfloss impersonation.
And yet you didn't try very hard to hate it, did you?
I like your voice, Brent.
He likes your voice in the way your fingers hit the piano, but he doesn't like the notes that the piano made or the words that your mouth made.
Next. So this song, 3DS StreetPass with lyrics, is about the 3DS StreetPass feature where you walk around and people's knees will be on your 3DS.
Yay, talking to people while playing video games.
And Brent is expressing the why factor of this feature because why?
Why? Just like I'm playing video games, don't talk to me.
I gave this song
And then I saw
2.
a light so green and so bright.
Which, now thinking about it, is a little unfair. Maybe I should bump it up to 3 out of
But
5.
now I see you're me.
Okay,
I'm gonna bump it to 3 out of 5.
At the plaza gate. You're on my 3.
I gave it a 3 out of 5 also. Because
so great.
he makes a point. I'm playing video games, don't talk to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, why would I want a stranger there watching me play games?
Really, yes.
You can follow me on Twitch. I think
That's
Brent's.
original.
I think the delivery on the song is really good when he speaks the jokes and the lyrics. I think they come off well, and I think it's sung well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it doesn't grab me and make me think, yeah, that's funny. I mean, it's amusing, but it's not.
I think he definitely gets across his distaste
Yeah, I think it definitely comes across as like
and why he's distasted with it.
right, and it makes sense. I agree with him about it. It's just not one of those songs that I'm gonna listen to all the time.
Yeah.
It's not a skip song on the album, but it is definitely a song I'm not gonna jump right to. Hi, I fixed the light. So this is actually my favorite song on the entire album, Tecmo Bowl with lyrics. I gave it 5 out of 5 because it rocks! The song is my jam! I love it! The music makes me want to rock and play football! And I don't even really like football! It's funny! It makes sense! It follows the adventures of one young Brentalfloss who sucked at gym class, so So he decided to ignore sports games for the rest of his life because they burned him. So when he gets older and sees Tecmo Bowl, he's like, so his friend Nico comes along and says, dude, Tecmo Bowl, you gotta play this. And he's like, and then he's like, this is the best, so play it. And he starts singing at him, Tecmo Bowl, blah, 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 and it's awesome and I love it. That's why I gave it 5 out of 5.
I gave it a 3.5 because I thought it was okay. It's just a couple guys talking about how awesome a game was.
Luigi's Mansion with lyrics is a very good song. That's why I gave it 5 out of 5. It's actually, Luigi's Mansion is one of my favorite video games, and I really like the song. And I think the lyrics really captured the spirit of the game. I feel like they really, it showed that the game has humor, it showed the humor of the game, and it showed the weirdness of the game. Like, why was this the GameCube's launch title? Why? That doesn't make sense. Also, I really like the reference to Mario being in a painting, which is bad all of a sudden, because in Super Mario 64, it was fine. And I think Brent did a really good job rapping as Professor Egad, and the mixing was great. And I just really liked the entire tune. It felt like it belonged in the game. It felt like it could actually be in the game as a song for the game.
I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 because that rapping, yo, that was awesome.
That's having words to say.
I know. It just felt like it. If I could play that in like a club, and I feel people would like it and dance to it.
Like just the Professor Egad part, or like the whole song?
All of it.
The whole song?
The whole song.
So you think it's like
it's a fun song.
So you think it exceeds comedy album?
Yes.
And could be played in a club?
Yes. If people didn't listen to the lyrics, because then they'd be like, oh, what's that? That's about video games. But it could be played at a club and it would be fun. Yes. Yes.
There you go. The next song is Introspective Bounty Hunter, which is the, I guess it's like a prelude or like a overture to the Fight for Love, the Metroid song that comes later on the album that we will talk about when we get to that. And I give this a 5 out of 5 because I love it. It really gives a haunting feeling, the music does. It really shows that this is a game about isolation. It kind of comes out of nowhere in the album because it's kind of like jokey, and then this one's all like, makes me feel very emotional, and it really makes me think. It makes me have visual pictures about things that would go with something deep, something emotional. I really like it. That's why I gave it 5 out of 5.
I gave it 4 out of 5 because it was too good to be connected to the song that comes after this. It was good, but if he had connected it to something else that was just as deep and emotional, if not more.
See, I feel like this song should have come right before the Fight for Love song, which this is an opening to, so it really would have felt more like an overture to a musical or an opera. That way, it really would have tied it in because you're already in an emotional state. But I think there's 2 more songs before. Yeah, there's 2 more songs in between this song and the next and the Metroid song. So you kind of lose the emotionalness of this song. So if I had a critique about the album placement, it would be that this song should have been the second to last song on the album, and then Fight for Love should have been the last song on the album. So it would have made you think. A Link to the Past with lyrics. Was funny. It was good. It was fantastic. I gave it 4 out of 5, and mostly because I feel like if I was Link, this is how I would introduce myself. Like every time I would sing this song, or like this is how I would act if I was Link. Or if I was just a hero in general, this would be like,
Yeah,
hey.
it's disappointing, isn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, the game. But
And I thought it was really well sung.
No matter what hero you were.
Well,
Look,
no,
I'm Batman. Hey, I'm Link.
no, I mean, like if I was a hero, that's how I would talk about myself. I thought it was funny, and I thought it was well written and well sung and well mixed. Good job, Brent.
3 out of 5. Because I thought it was good because he was able to put a picture in my mind that I didn't need to see a video or play the game ever to see. So I knew what was going on. So all I had to know beforehand was he was a hero who saved people. The end. And I got the jokes from then on.
Ballad of the Mages was a song that he released a while ago as a single. And also, like I feel with the Cave Story, it should have been mixed differently or not included on the album at all. And it's not a criticism about the song. I'm just thinking of it as a whole. So I feel like I've heard them a lot already before. I don't feel like it's anything new that I haven't heard before. The song itself is pretty good, and I like it. I like the frustrations of all three mages trying to express the way they feel and how they relate to each other and into their quest, into their ultimate dreams, and why can't they just do what they know they should do. So I thought it worked out really well, and I thought it was clever, and I thought it was amusing.
Gave it a 3.5 out of 5 because it was good, but he just described them, and it doesn't really stick in my head. Like, now I know what each of the characters are, but I don't know anything else, and it doesn't stick in my head, so then I don't know about the characters.
So what would you want to see?
I know it's a lot to ask, but jokes about them that could be laughed at by people who have played the game before and people who haven't.
So you want him to write jokes for everyone, not just for the gamer?
Well, not just for the gamer, but not just for the gamer who has played that specific game.
So you think his humor should be more broad?
A little bit. There was barely any jokes in that. It was just saying.
Well, it was more of a serious.
This one's a red one. This one's a white one.
All right, it wasn't supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be amusing about how they understand their position in life, and this is how they feel about it,
Okay.
and they can laugh at themselves.
Well, I didn't hear any laughing about themselves, though.
Well, like the Red Mage said that, why can't I just pick a scepter or a blade? If I focused on one sun, I'd have it made.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they all had lines like that.
Okay.
You need to pay more attention to the music, bro.
I did. I just didn't get it yet.
Metroid Fight for Love is a song about Samus Aran and her love for a dude named Ethan. Which is really a different view on Samus. It focuses more on the emotional side, more and less of the cold side. Now, I could state the obvious and say that it's kind of what Metroid Other M was trying to do with Samus's character, and kind of try to flesh out the character a little more emotionally. And that didn't do so well. This song is good, and it does make me feel emotional, and I do actually genuinely care about the Samus character in this song, but I don't think it would really work out beyond this one song. It's very well sung. She did a great job, and the lyrics are good, and there are like 4 songs on this album that aren't really jokey, and this is one of them. And I'm not saying it's out of place, but I feel like if you want to write a serious songs about video games and their characters, that shouldn't be on an album with dick jokes.
It's a nice contrast, though.
I think it should be one or the other. I think it should be all crass or all emotional.
Well, to be fair, you wouldn't buy an album of emotional music of video game
Yes, I would.
of video game characters.
Yes. What do you think of the song?
I gave it a 3 out of 5. I am disappointed that the Introspective, the Bounty Hunter, is that what it's called, wasn't put before this one, because it fitted better. Like,
What was the music for this song?
yeah.
But I agree, I think it should go before, like I said.
And this would probably be one of my songs that I would skip.
This would be your skip song?
Yeah. I'm not really gonna.
I think it's a great song. And I
Yeah.
would listen to it. This isn't a skip song.
She did
for me.
do a good job, but I would skip it.
I just feel it doesn't fit on the album. The last song on this album is the BioShock song. A song based upon the game BioShock.
As you can tell,
I think the song is really good. It's well written. The music is great. It reminds me a lot of that 20s style, like 20s to 40s style of music, where it's kind of got that feel where
I
it's,
think that's what he was.
I know that's what he's going for. I'm letting him know that he did it.
Dude, good job. Good.
I gave it 3 out of 5 because, like I said, it's really good, but it just doesn't hold me like some of the other songs did. It just doesn't make me. I kind of forget the lyrics as soon as they happen, but they're not bad lyrics. They're just not things that stick in my head. Maybe it's because I haven't really played BioShock that much. Maybe it's because I'm not really invested in the characters and the atmosphere of the world of BioShock. But musically, it's good. Lyrically, it's good. I think it would stand up on its own.
Give it a 3.5. No. I give it a 3 out of 5 because it was good, and it worked to give me a good feel of the game, even though I've never played it. I've only seen like random screenshots and pictures. So it gave me a good feel of the game and what the game was about. And enough. It told me enough about the game that the jokes they made about it, he made about it, I understood. So I couldn't giggle. I giggled. But I do think that he should have had an outro for the album.
Yeah, it is kind of lacking in outro. I don't really think that
Like
BioShock was a good one to end on. I really think Fight for Love should have been the last song. That would have been a better outro than BioShock. Or written a whole outro for it. Like,
Yeah.
the intro.
Like, if you're gonna have an intro like that, where you're like, hey, I'm making music, and you're gonna listen to it, then you should make an outro where he says, okay, you listen to it, bye.
What did you think of the album on the whole?
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
Would you buy it?
I wouldn't buy it, but if we were riding in a car together and you played it, I wouldn't adamantly protest.
I did buy it. I bought this album. I pre-ordered it. And it still hasn't come, Brent.
What's up with that, bro?
The pre-order bonus was a signed copy, and I think mine is signed, but I can't confirm it. So this is
And I haven't gotten my package from him. I ordered a Dodger so I could get it for you for your birthday. Still hasn't come.
What's up with that, Brent? Where's Dodger?
Where is that?
And Dodger, I love you. So we were listening to the digital version, so I can't say whether if buying the physical copy is worth it or not.
Because liner notes are fun.
I paid $16 for it in total, so that's like plus shipping and handling, and with that you also get the digital copy. Now it's the album is also on Spotify, so if you don't want to buy it, you can listen to it there. But if you want to bring it with you, like on your iPod, or if you're old school and like having actual music collections, you can buy it on CD. I would buy it. I would buy the physical copy, and I would wholeheartedly recommend the physical copy of this album. Well, thank you for watching the show.
Yeah.
Tune in next week. Well, you don't tune in, it's the internet.
Click a button next week.
When we review another album.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah Rice.
I'm not.
Dude, I'm kinda bad at sports, not